Now that's a real driver. Let's start. Do you recognize this car? It's an Audi LMP1, the blue ribboned category of the 4 in the Le Mans 24 Hours. This car won in 2008. Its special feature? It's open, no roof. But in 2014, all that's over. No more open LMP1s. Isn't that right, Pierre?
The LMP1 category is for real prototypes. The engineers have carte blanche to design these machines. Unlike the Grand Touring cars, the GTs, which are based on series production vehicles. What changes in 2014 is the width of the car. They are 10 centimeters narrower and the tyres are 5 centimeters narrower. For safety reasons, they are coupes, unlike the previous open cars. The big change, Fred, is visibility.
Better keep an eye on the rear view mirror, otherwise all you see is what's happening in front. Look, the onboard camera. Let's talk about the car, the 2014 LMP1. It's completely new, in fact.
The cars you're going to see on the track, apart from the odd bolt, have nothing in common with last year's. They're totally new.
Why? At what level? Safety?
The safety has been improved in 3 major areas. The visibility. We've increased the driver's angle of vision so he can see better. We've brought in wheel tethers so that in a crash the wheels don't fly off into the crowd or into the marshals. And the last point is the Xylon panels, a material on the side of the cars which prevents metal objects from going into the cockpit and injuring the driver. These are the 3 main innovations in terms of safety.
After that, the manufacturers can reduce their fuel consumption as they wish.
Each manufacturer can design the engine he wants. He has tremendous freedom to decide the architecture of his power unit.
Henceforth, Le Mans is entering into a new era of motor racing. To save 30% fuel, the key is the hybrid engine. So there are several energy recovery systems, aren't there?
Today there are 2 main types that will race in 2014. Recovery of kinetic energy, which is recuperated under braking, and the other form of energy that can be recovered comes from the exhaust gases.
So the manufacturers are going to use these 2 recovery systems? Or will there be others?
There are no others imposed by the regulations. They're free. Today, knowing the cars that are going to compete in 2014, these 2 systems of energy recovery will be used. Kinetic energy and energy from the exhaust gases, which will be competing against each other.
With the new regulations, the LMP1s are changing. And the tyres too. They'll be narrower. It's good. There'll be less friction. We'll talk about that in our next rendezvous. And for heaven's sake, Pierre, would you mind putting away your toys?